we want to teach you how to money, to grow, to be so successful in this company. I feel like there's 4 parts of direct sales. Number 1 is selling, and number 2 is finding new people. That's kind of like a job. Number 3 is duplication, teaching them to do the same thing over and over again. And number 4 is leading. That's more the business side. It's fine, you could do either or both or all. I do all of those. I love the job part a little bit because I have to be there. It's like trading time for money. You have to go in, you have to sell. If you don't show up, you don't sell. And that's like a job. And working and getting people to join your team, that's putting in some time and effort. If you don't do that, it doesn't grow. But the business portion is where I got sick with cancer. I didn't really sell. I couldn't work for a whole year. So I was so grateful that I had used duplication and taught my people how to buy, how to sell, how to grow. And I have taught them how to be a leader. That's number 4. Duplication is number 3. And being a leader, teaching their team to grow. So when I had cancer and couldn't get out and sell, I was still having that check come in. I wasn't trading my time for money. I was kind of laying in a bed and that check was still coming in. I want you to know how to do that.
Was that not just such an amazing story? I love hearing my mom's story. It is just something that I hold dear to my heart, and that I love hearing other people's stories about how this business has changed their life. So within the 2 things that my mom talked about was selling. I think that's so important because 1, you are selling, that's quick money, you are being an example, you are helping people build self-confidence just by getting them these amazing pieces and showing it. And then 2, you are also, as you are getting more customers, then over time, those customers will see the product, love the product just like you do. And that will in turn, they will in essence potentially turn into team members. So this is where it's really good to sell and to keep going out there and be consistent. The other thing that is great is building a team. So as far as making money, building a team is 1, you get that passive income. You're getting that consistent check coming in, which like my mom, when she had cancer, I had premature twins. And so when people were going back to work after 2 weeks, I was still able to keep going to the hospital every single day for 3.5 months and know that I still had money coming in because we created systems, we have duplicated, and I did not have to worry that if I missed a day of work that I would be fired or that I would not have any money or I would lose sales. I knew that since I had put these things in place that everything would be fine. And I love that not only am I getting passive income, but I can see how I am changing people's lives, and that their dreams are coming true by people being able to have fulfillment, by them being able to hit their goals. And it's so rewarding on so many levels.
Hey, so my mom just talked about the 4 things network marketers do. My sister talked about the balance of selling and building or recruiting at the same time. Now I want to go into a really easy tool that you can use to help better utilize your time and how much time to spend on recruiting, how much to spend on selling, because you still want to sell and make money, but you want to build a team. How do we do this? Okay, so I'm going to go into this really, really super simple tool. Just a really quick explanation of how this is broken down is this is how many hours you can spend in a day on your paparazzi business. Okay, are you full-time and you can only work 2 to 3 hours? Okay, this is the column you want to be focusing on. Or if you're full-time, you're doing this as a full-time thing, here's your hours. Okay, I can put in 8 hours in a day. Here's how, and then these are minutes. Okay, here's the total minutes. You can see total. And then I've broken it down into separate categories over here to the left over here into 3 main things we want you to focus on. A little bit of personal development. We want you to change and improve as a person. So we want to give a little bit of personal development, some business growth. So we've broken this down into selling, of recruiting and leading, or kind of leading a team and building a team. And then over here is social media. We want to grow your social media, which leads to more customers and more recruits. right? So this is focused on, if you look down here in these different tabs down here, I've kind of set it up as if you're solely focused on selling, use it for that. Totally fine. If you want to do recruiting, which that's what this course is about, we're going to focus on this one. Okay. So if you come over here, let's say we want to focus on, we've got 3 hours to focus on our paparazzi business. Okay. So over here, we're going to see personal development right here, 3 hours. We've got 18 minutes to focus on. We're going to put in some sort of personal development, whether that's books, some personal development books, some mentor, something, a mentor could even be a virtual mentor. We've heard like a Tony Robbins or an Oprah, like that could be your mentor. Okay. And some affirmations, anything to help you internally, to help you grow as a person. Okay. Now over here is business growth. We've got selling, recruiting, and leading. So we're going to have a DMO, which stands for Daily Method of Operations. We'll talk about this at the end of the course, what the really focused recruiting DMO is. But what we're going to be doing, Brittany got to jump in on this. That's okay. So we have the selling DMO. Again, we can, over here, this DMO list, come over here to DMO list, and like that'll talk about the DMO, but we've got 3 main things that we want you to focus on with selling and recruiting. We've got 4 main things that we're going to be getting into later, but it's a part of this course. There's going to be finding, there's going to be inviting, there's going to be presenting, and following up is what you want to be doing every single day as your income producing activities is a word that we use, which is basically what are things you can be doing every day to actually move the needle to find somebody to recruit. Okay. What is really what's going to move the needle that's going to help you find people. Okay. So again, we've got personal development, we've got business growth, and we've got social media. And if you come over here, let's say we have the 3 hours, we got a little bit of personal development time, we've got 54 minutes. So with your selling DMO, you've got 54 minutes to fit in all that stuff in a day. Okay. So you got to make sure you use your time very wisely instead of possibly looking through social media, looking at different comments, and you start scrolling and consuming social media rather than creating content and creating social media. Okay. And then over here was recruiting. So we'll get into each one of these steps in this course of finding and inviting and presenting and following up and becoming and helping close people and things like that in each part of this 81, what to do in these minutes. Okay. But at least you know that you've got this much time, and even like social media. Okay. I've got 27 minutes. But what's great about this is super easy. The only thing that you want to change at all, you don't need to change anything else. I've got formulas set into each one of these. Is let's say, guess what? I already do personal development outside, like as my morning routine. Totally fine. Guess what? Maybe I don't need personal development time, and I'm going to spend that extra 10%. Maybe I'll put that 10% here and another 5% here. Awesome. Cool. And maybe I want to spend 45 minutes here, 45% here, and 20% here. Okay. Now let's look at our time. We don't need personal development time. We've got a full hour here. Recruiting, we've got 81 minutes here, and we've got 36 minutes to help grow our social media. Okay, how cool is that? Okay, so depending on, again, which hours you want to put into the business is going to break down of what you want. And so this is a tool for you to be able to know, like, okay, how much do I really want to focus on selling? How much focus do I want to focus on recruiting and social media? Okay. And that could be into the different platforms. If you're going to focus on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok is some of the newer ones. And something you want to do is let's say you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't really have a full 3 hours to focus on your business, and you've only got 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, maybe 30 minutes here and there, 15 minutes. What we do is we call these things 15-minute time blocks. Okay. What that means is you can accomplish a lot in 15 minutes. When we go into the find section in this next step, you could do the find and the find sections in 15 minutes. We've seen it. The leaders we've been able to do it and seen that from our leaders as well, that they can do that. So realize what you can do and accomplish in 15 minutes of really focused time. So break up your time. If this is your 3 hours, you've got four 15-minute time blocks to really focus on your time. You've got 81 minutes to really focus on your business at different times of the day. Okay. So we hope this helps. Again, this is a very super simple tool for you that we want you to make sure we use. And even over here, we've got lead and all over here that you can kind of break down each one of these. But let's say you get into the point of this next course that we're going to build as well with leading. Okay. How can I put in personal development time, selling, recruiting, and leading all at the same time with social media? So it just helps break down your time to make sure you're utilizing your time and where to spend your time wisely. Okay. Hopefully this is a useful tool for you. Let us know if you have any questions or comments, and remember, love your life.